everybody, MrLegolover55 here, and welcome to another Top 10's video. So recently, the Ninjago movie is about to come out, about this September of 2017, and with that, we will be getting some awesome new LEGO Ninjago movie sets. However, I thought I'd go ahead and take a step back and look at some of the old Ninjago sets and see which ones were my favorites. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my top 10 favorite LEGO Ninjago sets. So before we begin the video, I would like to get two disclaimers out of the way. One is that this list will not include any of the spinners or Airjitsu flyers at all. And two, this list will only consist of sets that I currently have in my possession, so it won't be any set from any of the years. It will just be sets that I do have. However, I do have quite a variety of Ninjago sets, as I have been a fan for pretty much ever since it began. So, anyways, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get on to the number 10 spot. And at number 10 is the Destiny's Bounty, the original Destiny's Bounty. This set included 6 minifigures, a small snake shrine for a snake staff, and, of course, the original Destiny's Bounty. This set included 4 play features, including a transformation feature, which allowed the vehicle to go into fly mode, and also into just a boat mode, I guess. So, the reason this set is so low on this list is mainly because of how flimsy the build is. Although it does look pretty good and it is a nice display set, it does have a lot of pieces that come off very often, including pieces like these ones right here. Those come off very often when you're trying to do the transformation feature here. Also, these things here on the front come off pretty easily, and sometimes they're a bit annoying to put back on. However, other than those, there really isn't a whole lot else. Also, there are a few little hidden secrets with some cool little hidden weapons, and it's just very nice to see how much they were able to put into this one vehicle, or just this one set, in just such a compact space, because although there really isn't too much space here on the deck, on the main deck, it still is enough space to put quite a few minifigures there. And of course, this was not the last attempt at a perfect Destiny's Bounty set. We would then get one much later, I think it was 2015 that we got the second, that we got the Final Flight of Destiny's Bounty set. So this is definitely not their last attempt at trying to make a good Destiny's Bounty. And then after that, we of course got Destiny's Shadow, but that's not the same vehicle. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this. So let's move on to the number 9 spot. Coming in at number 9 is the Ninjacopter set. This set includes 4 minifigures, 2 of them still being exclusive to this day, and we also get 2 small vehicles for the Ninjroids, and of course the Ninjacopter for Zane. The Ninjacopter itself has 2 main play features, those being a transformation feature to go into fly mode and to landing mode, and the other being these large missiles coming out, or to shoot out. And then there's also a play feature for these two. These two can actually connect together to form one, I guess, larger vehicle of some sort. And I guess I also did forget to mention that the Ninjacopter does have another play feature, and that would just be flick-fire missiles. So those are just flick-fire missiles. So we got 2 here, and 2 on the top here. So yeah, there's not really a whole lot of play features to this set. However, for looks, it does look really cool. I really do like the color scheme of this vehicle. Blue and white, you can never really go wrong with that. It just always looks good. And as uniqueness goes for this set, this is definitely one of the more unique sets we have gotten from Ninjago. Because this is actually, I believe, one of the only helicopter-type vehicles we've gotten in a Ninjago set, so it is very unique in that sense. However, one of the reasons this set is lower on this list is mainly because of the looks. I'm not too big of a fan of how it looks, I guess. Not color scheme-wise, but just the overall design of it on just how it looks, I guess. The color scheme does look cool. However, this set also does use a lot of stickers, which, honestly, I don't really care about these stickers, because the stickers honestly do make this set look a whole lot cooler than it already is. Another thing I don't really like too much about this set is one of the play features, and that would be the transformation play feature. Sometimes it doesn't really work too well. Now, what they had you originally do was you'd have to turn this thing on the back, and then that would kind of transform the thing into flight mode or landing mode. However, when you do it from the back, it does not really work too well at all, and I would normally have to just do this manually from right here. So it honestly kind of was a little bit disappointing, and it still is a bit disappointing. However, I feel like one of the things that does bring this set a little bit higher is, of course, the minifigures. So like I said, this set does include 2 exclusive minifigures that are still exclusive to this day, Pixel and Battle Damage Zane. We also do get the Falcon in this set, which is one of the only sets so far that has it, even though the Falcon itself is not a unique piece, and it's come in several sets before. It's still nice to get it in a Ninjago set officially. And I guess another thing I don't really like about the Ninjoids over here is that one of the Ninjoids does not have a mask, and this is pretty much this is going to be kind of a trend throughout a lot of the Ninjago Rebooted, and then later, I guess, Day of the Departed sets. So, anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about this set. Very nice set, but wasn't enough to get it higher on this list. So, without any further ado, let's move on to the number 8 spot. The number 8 spot is a more recent set. This is the Destiny's Shadow. This set includes 3 minifigures, a Vermilion hoverboard, and the Destiny's Shadow, of course. Now, the only play features this set really has is the, I guess, flight transformation feature, and, of course, these 2 stud shooters here at the front. However, other than that, for play, and one more, I guess I forgot one more thing, is that there's also canoes here that can come off the side, and those can be used as well. But other than that, there really isn't a whole lot of play value to this set. However, this set, that is not really the reason this set is on this list. This is a very, very detailed vehicle for just a $30 set, and I really do appreciate that. Everything from just the small little engine details here on the sides of under the sides of the vehicle to the brick-built dragon head here at the front. It's pretty good. It's a very nice, I guess, looking set vehicle, honestly. Although it isn't, this is actually not supposed to be representing the original Destiny's Bounty. Well, it is, but that's not. So this set is not the Destiny's Bounty. It wasn't just a modified version of it. No, this is a separate vehicle from it. So, yeah, it's a very nice looking vehicle, a lot of cool details, and you get some pretty cool minifigures. I believe Cole, in his Hands of Time outfit is exclusive to this set. Lloyd is not, and then this Vermilion figure is also not. However, it's still nice to get them as well in a cheap set. Not really him, because he's easy to get. He comes in one of the cheapest sets. But, yeah. Point is, this is a very nice looking set, very detailed and all, and I feel like it is a great display set. Not really the best play set, but it is a very great display set, and I think it looks good on anyone's shelf. Number 7 spot is taken by another recently released Ninjago set from the Hands of Time wave. This is the Vermilion Attack. It comes with 3 minifigures, and it has part of a tree. The main play feature of this set, and there is only one, is the egg explosion feature, and the snakes, or vermilion snakes, come out to form the Vermilion Warriors, I guess. So, the reason why this is a lot higher on the list compared to some of the other sets that are probably more expensive is because of the price and for what you get. This is a $10 set, and I think you get a lot of what that's worth. You get 3 excellent looking minifigures. Kai in his Hands of Time outfit looks pretty great. You don't get his hood or his black shoulder pad piece, but it still looks pretty cool. You also get the Vermilion Warriors, or 2 of them to be precise, and this is honestly a nice army building set. So you get a lot of these old style of snakes, as well as the 2 Vermilion Warriors, of course, and they're both unique in their own way, except for their faces and their leg prints. Those are pretty much exactly the same. And then to top it all off, you've got this tree build here, but that's not really the main part of it is the main part of this set, I guess, but what's really interesting about this set is that it comes with one of the time blades, the fast-forward time blade, and this is something I actually did forget to mention about the Destiny Shadows, that it came with the pause time blade, so that is something I did forget to mention about that and why that was also on the list. So, this is a very nice... The time blades themselves are very nice looking pieces, and they are I think they are very worthy collectibles for the Ninjago line. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about this set. So, let's go ahead and move on and see what's at number 6. Taking the number 6 spot on this list is another relatively cheap set with Kai included in it. This is Kai's Fire Mech. It includes 2 minifigures and, of course, Kai's Fire Mech. Now, this set doesn't really have any play features at all, however, that's not really the main reason this set is on this list. So, it's on this list similar to the way the Vermilion Attack set is. It doesn't have very many play features, however, it looks really cool. So, I believe this is actually one of the cheapest sets, or not sets, but one of the cheapest Ninjago mechs that we've gotten. I guess, I think one of the only $10 mechs. And yes, I do know there are some, like, small polybag little mechs or whatever. I know there was an Anachondri one, polybag. I'm not counting polybags, just like actual boxed sets. I believe this is the cheapest one for just boxed mechs. So yeah, very nice looking mech just for a $10 set. And when I saw this when it was gonna come out, when it was first revealed, I was like, I definitely want that set no matter what. It looks really cool. And, yeah, I did end up getting it. I actually do believe Kai is exclusive to this set, so he didn't come in any other sets, or at least for his elemental robes. The Stone Scout, I guess, the Stone Warrior Scout is not really all too great. He's just, I don't know, just, I guess for army building, if you collect enough of those, you can build a whole stone army, but he's not really anything too special at all, but he's still a nice figure to have, I guess. Another thing that also is included in this set is this Elemental Blade of Fire, which is not exclusive to the set. It did come with the Temple of Light set, which I actually do have, but yeah, so there really isn't anything else to this mech. It's just a very cool looking mech, and it's just probably one of my favorite mechs that I have, considering I don't really have very many at all, but it is definitely one of my favorite mechs that I do have, and I'm very happy to have it. So anyways, that's pretty much why this set is number 6 on this list. So let's go ahead and see what is at number 5. Coming in at number 5 is the Titanium Ninja Tumbler. This set includes 3 minifigures, and of course, Zane's Titanium Ninja Tumbler. Oh boy, now where do I even begin? This thing is loaded with play features and action features and all of that stuff. For such a compact and small vehicle, it packs a whole lot of stuff. So one of the play features, of course, is these stud shooters on the top, but that's one of the more obvious ones. You've got an opening cockpit with Zane inside, and this is one of the first sets, I believe. One of the first sets alongside the, forgot what it was the Prison Breakout one with Zane in it. So yeah, this is one of the one of 2 sets to get Zane's metallic silver hairpiece in. So yeah, so that's one of the play features, the opening the cockpit. There's also these little these spring-loaded shooters here on the side that just pop out whenever you would like to, and you can just, of course, shoot those at will. I'm not going to do that right now, though. You've got a little flyer here up on the top, and you've also got a little prison transport here, so you can capture one of the Ninjoids and put them in, I guess, some sort of prison or whatever. And speaking of the Ninjoids, we get 2 of those minifigures included in this set. One of them has this sort of jetpack on, which doesn't really do anything, and it's a little bit flimsy, which is something I don't really like about it. Yeah, and he also has a stud shooter with some trans red studs in it, and he also has an extra one on the back of the stud shooter. Then the other Ninjoid here has one of the Departed blades. This one is the Techno Blade, and I believe this is the only set to have this in this color. The one that came in 2014 wasn't in this type of green. It was more of, I guess, just a normal trans green and not really a trans lime green or whatever. So yeah, but one complaint I do really have about the Ninjoids is that they don't come with their masks, and that's something I just really don't like about a lot of the Ninjoids in general, is that in the show they're shown with their masks all the time, and in the sets we barely get any of the masks except for except for a few, like there was just one on the Ninja Copter, and we only get one for Cryptor and all that. So yeah, it's just a little bit disappointing that we don't get masks for most of the Ninjoids here, and yeah, it's just very disappointing. But the main reason this thing is so high on the list is because of the build of this thing. It's so compact, it has a lot of great play features, and it looks pretty good too. The shaping on here with these, I guess, I'm not really too sure what to call them. I guess sort of like wing pieces. They did a really good job integrating those onto the side and making it look very armored up, and like nothing is going to penetrate this. If it falls on this side, nothing is going to break at all. So just very, very nice looking, and there is quite a few stickers on this set. However, it's not really too big of a deal as they don't really stand out. And yeah. Anyways, that's really all I have to say about this. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be on the number 4. What's going to take the number 4 spot on this list. The number 4 spot on this list is another titanium set. This is the Titanium Dragon. This set includes 3 minifigures, an Anacondrae outpost, and of course the Titanium Dragon. Now, the reason this set is so high on the list is mainly not because of the play features, but because of the build of the dragon. Now, I believe this was actually the first ever dragon to introduce brick-built heads, and I will just say, I am a big fan of those brick-built heads. I think they are way better than those rubber dragon heads that they used to do in the early beginnings of a Ninjago. So yeah, I really do like the brick-built head. That is probably my favorite part about the dragon itself. The wings are okay. The only problem I really have is, I guess, these exposed studs right here, and that the wings kind of get in the way here with Zane. They just kind of knock into him a little bit, and I don't really like that too much, and I feel like that could have been avoided a little bit easier. However, there really isn't too much else I don't like about this set. The Anacondrae outpost is nice and all. However, it's not really, I don't know, it's good for scenery, I guess, but it's of course just not one of the reasons I bought this set, I guess. The minifigures in this set are also really good. You get Klaus, who is exclusive to this set and is still exclusive to this day. You get an Anacondrae snake here, or warrior or whatever, and I believe this one had a name, I'm not sure, I can't remember which one. And then you, of course, get the first version of Titanium Zane. This was originally exclusive to this set, however, then it became non-exclusive because he was also released in a Dimensions pack for LEGO Dimensions, which in a fun pack for LEGO Dimensions, which kind of stinks that he's no longer exclusive, but he is still a very nice looking figure, and I think he kind of deserved to get another pack because he was such a great, neat minifigure. But going back to the dragon, the wings are okay. I guess I don't really like the wings too much. I feel like I'm not really too big of a fan of just the wings themselves. I don't really like how they can bend like that. I would just prefer if they were locked in place somehow. So yeah, not really too big of a fan of that, and there honestly really isn't a whole lot else. I guess back here on the dragon, these little backpack pieces, they do fall off when you want to get one of these golden sais. When you want to take those off, the backpacks will have a tendency to fall off, and that does get quite annoying, so that is something I don't really like about the set. I would have also preferred if they had made the tail a little bit longer, because I feel like it's kind of short, or actually, now that I think about it, I think it's okay. I do like how they used this little ice piece from Hero Factory, and later it was used in Bionicle, but yeah, very nice piece for the tail, I think, works perfectly. But anyways, that's really all I have to say about this set. It's a very nice set. Really do like the break-built head on this dragon, and I think we should go ahead and get on to the number 3 spot. We're in the top 3. We're almost at number 1, but let's take a look at number 3. Taking the number 3 spot on this list is the Epic Dragon Battle. This set includes 7 minifigures, a snake monument, the Great Devourer, and, of course, the 4-headed Ultra Dragon. Now, for me, this is actually quite a nostalgic set for me, because one, this is one of the few sets that actually came with Lloyd, the Green Ninja, Lloyd ZX, so I was very, when I first saw that the set had him, I really wanted it, but then I found out that the spinner also came out, so I think I got the spinner first for Lloyd, but then after I decided I still wanted this one, and I think I did get this set for Christmas one day, or I think the year it came out, so yeah. This also was, I believe, the first set I ever got with Four-Armed Lord Garmadon, and the first time that I finally had the Sword of Fire, which was actually, yeah, I was very happy to have that. And it's still probably one of my favorite weapons in Ninjago to this day. It's a very nice and detailed sword. Of course, this set came with more than just minifigures. It, of course, came with 2 giant, I guess, monsters, not really monsters, but animals of some sorts. We've got the Great Devourer right here, as well as the 4-headed Ultra Dragon, and I think the biggest part of why I wanted this set was the 4-headed Ultra Dragon, because at the time it looked really cool. However, the reason why it's not higher on the list is mainly because of the dragon. Now, I don't know, it might... back when I first built it, I don't think I would have had a whole lot of problems, but now I'm kind of having a lot of problems with it. Mainly it's because it's kind of flimsy. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of small stuff that comes off. So, I mean, you could still hold it by the handle with ease. You can't really see the handle, but it's just some Technic bars like that. Yeah, I'm still able to hold the handle with ease without anything breaking off, like half the body breaking off or anything, or dropping. It still works fine, and the wings also do come out. The function still works plenty fine. However, I feel like the build itself is just a little bit too cluttered. There's just too much stuff going on. I honestly, just not a huge fan of that. I also don't like the legs back here. You can't really see them, but the back or hind legs are actually just kind of locked in place. The only part of that you can actually move is just the ankles, so that kind of sucks. And then I feel like right here at the front, it's a little bit too loose. I feel like it's kind of hard for it to stand. Sometimes it just falls flat on the ground. Sometimes these feet just aren't enough to support its weight. And then another problem I do have with the dragon is its tail. Its tail comes off very frequently when I'm playing around with it, when I'm holding it up. So that does get very annoying. It falls off a lot and I have to put it back on, so that is quite annoying. And then there's the Great Devourer, and now the Great Devourer looks great and all, however, the only problem I have with it is that there isn't a whole lot of posability. These are like curves right here and near the belly, I guess, or just near the middle section of the body. You're not really able to move them at all, which is kind of a disappointment to me, because I would have preferred if they had maybe had it on like ball joints or something, and then added like some friction or something, maybe one of those friction adders. I'm not sure if they had those back then. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but if they did, they probably should have used that, so then it could support itself like that, and you would still be able to pose it. The opening mouth, I do have a problem with it, is because usually the lower jaw comes off, and what they did for the lower jaw, it's just one of these mountain, I guess, type pieces, one of these big rock pieces, I guess. So that does honestly come off quite frequently sometimes when you're playing with just opening and closing the mouth. Sometimes it will sometimes fall off. Now for the snake monument, I honestly don't really have any problems with it. It's a nice build for what it is. However, I feel like it wasn't really necessary at all. However, I still think it's a nice looking build. I'd say, I guess, they got maybe a little bit lazy and then just used one of these and just use like a plate instead of maybe doing some sort of staircase instead. So I feel like they got a little bit lazy and just did that. But I think it's still a quite neat build for what it is, and I do especially like how it gets near the top with these snake heads and then the dripping venom from there. Also like the use of these 2 blades. I'm not sure what kind of swords those are, but yeah. And then you can't see right now, but well, now you can, but they also use golden snakes for the top, which I also do really like. So yeah, the detailing most of the detailing on that is pretty well near the top. However, near the bottom here, it's not the best. Well, some of it is, because they use some slope pieces for, like, rocks. And I'm honestly not sure why the rocks are red, but, okay. But anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about the set. This set has quite excellent minifigures and really cool, I guess, large figures of some sorts, but some of them are just a bit flimsy, and that's one of the main reasons it's a little bit lower on this list and not higher. But anyways, let's go ahead and see what is waiting at the number 2 spot. Taking the number 2 spot on this list is the Temple of Light. This set includes 5 minifigures, as well as the golden mech of the first Spinjitzu Master, and of course the Temple of Light. Now, this set is on this list for several reasons, and one of them being is that I'm not really too sure if I really am a huge fan of a bunch of vehicle sets. To me, personally, I do like a lot of the scenery sets, so like buildings or little huts or stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of the vehicles, and I will just say I didn't really get any of the sets from Season 5. The only, like, sets that I got were just the Air Jitsu flyers, because those seemed kind of fun. But I didn't get really any of the sets from Season 5, which was the Ghost Wave, the Possession, mainly because they were pretty much almost all vehicle sets, except for the City of Styx set, which was pretty much the only one that wasn't like a large building at all. And yeah, there was small bits of scenery that came in some of the vehicle sets, but and then there was also one in the Wu's Dragon set, but they didn't really interest me at all. But anyways, moving back to the Temple of Light. So this set has mainly a few play features. One of them is that you can take the whole thing and open it up to expand the inside a little bit more. And the second play feature would be a trapdoor that is featured up here, and there's a little thing on the back that you move, and then you can see the trapdoor right there. It goes up, you can lock it back into place, and then whenever you want, just have it go down. So yeah, it works pretty well sometimes. However, I kind of have trouble fitting minifigures into the actual gap though, so I think that's a bit of a problem. However, you can never really go wrong with the old classic trapdoor function. And also, another reason I do really like this set is because this set came with all 4 of the collectibles from the year this came out, which I believe might have been 2012. I think it was 2012, because I remember 2013 some of the rebooted stuff came out, but I don't know, it may have been like late 2012, early 2013, but I can't really remember. But yeah, the elemental blades are alongside the golden weapons probably some of my favorite collectibles, mainly because of those awesome elemental blade type pieces like the fire one and the lightning one and the earth one. The ice one I'm not really too big of a fan of because it's just clear, and there is a bit of trans blue in there, but not very much. So yeah, I would definitely prefer the others over it. Yeah. Another reason I do really like this set is because this was the first set that I got, and the only set that I got that included of course, Golden Lloyd in the Golden Ninja, and he came with his Golden Mech. Now I do know the Golden Ninja came in the Golden Dragon set, and then he later came in a LEGO Dimensions pack, but this was the first set that I ever got him in, and he's still a pretty cool character to this day, or minifigure to this day. And the Golden Mech itself, I don't really care about too much. I mean, it does have a lot of really nice pieces. I mainly really do like the color scheme. It kind of brings me back to, well, it kind of just reminds me of Takanuva from 2003. Just the white and the gold, it blends very well together, I think. And I do like all of the pearl gold pieces you get. It's not the flat gold, but it's the pearl gold. I really just do like all the pieces that you get for that, so that's very nice. Yeah. I believe this was the 3rd set that I have gotten that came with 4-armed Lord Garmadon, and this is, I guess, supposed to be the Overlord possessed Lord Garmadon. You can see he's got like this little face thing, or this little mask type thing on his helmet that's, I think, supposed to be representing that. I don't think it really represents it too well though, so yeah. And then the staff, it's not really canon at all in the Ninjago storyline at all, so yeah, it's kind of just random that they'd added in. However, it was a nice way to get another one of these cool, I guess, pieces, which you can find those a ton nowadays though. The Stone Warriors I don't really care too much for. They're just kind of like throwaway, I guess, characters, I guess. They're just mainly meant for army building, and you only get 2 of them in this set, so I feel like that was kind of lame. However, you do get Sensei Wu in this set as well, which I think was pretty neat. I remember in the first year I didn't have a I was really wanting Sensei Wu, and now I have like five of him now, so yeah, or maybe 4, I can't remember. But yeah, so he does come in this set, and that was pretty nice back then. And also another thing back here, there's a bunch of like stickers here, so you got there's a sticker here showing like several of the of Spinjitzu Masters, I guess, and then there's also another one there. And there's also a gong there, which I really thought was a neat addition. But all in all, I kind of just really like the design of this thing, and although it is a bit smaller than what I first expected when I first got this set, I think it's a very excellent build, and I really do highly recommend if you can at all get your hands on it for a reasonable price. I would definitely recommend it. I believe when this was first released was maybe around like $60, I think, and that was that's not a too bad of a deal, honestly, and it's one of the reasons I got this set. So anyways, that is what is the number 2 spot. Let's go ahead and see what is finally at the number 1 spot. Okay, now I'm sure a lot of you saw this one coming, but the number 1 spot goes to the Dragon's Forge set. This set includes 6 minifigures, a Fire and Water Fusion Dragon, a Giant Vermilion Warrior, and of course the Dragon's Forge. Now, one of the reasons this set is number 1 is kind of one of the reasons for why the Temple of Light was number 2. This set is mainly meant to be, I guess, more for scenery. Of course, you've got the Blacksmith's Forge, and you guys know I do like a lot of the scenery, I guess, type stuff, and the building type stuff, like I mentioned with the Temple of Light being at number 2. And this one is similar to that, only I feel like this one's a whole lot better, because not only does it look a lot cooler, but it also, the building itself of the Dragon's Forge is a lot more complete and a whole lot more detailed, and I just really do like that. And also similar to the Temple of Light, it can open up. And it also includes other stuff like the Fusion Dragon and the this Giant Vermilion Warrior, which I'm sure has a name, but I'm too lazy to look it up. The minifigures in this set are also pretty great. We get Kai and Nia, and they both have exclusive face prints to this set, I believe. I'm pretty sure they do. You also get the reversal Time Blade, which is pretty nice. You also get, of course, Kai and Nia's parents, and right now they are currently exclusive to this set. However, we may see them in future sets, although I can't say that for certain. Yeah, the Vermilion Warriors are okay, I guess. They're nice to get, I don't know. This one, the Commander, is pretty nice to get. I believe that's Commander Ragmonk, and then this one's kind of just a throwaway character. It's just more meant for army building. The Giant Vermilion Warrior, though, is also something I really do like. I think it's a really neat design for just a small little thing on the side. I think they really did pull it off nicely, especially with using those big arms. I feel like that was a huge risk they took, and I think it was worth it in the end. Kind of going back to the Dragon's Forge, another thing I really do like about it is that there's a whole lot of little secret hidden items. There's, of course, the Dragon Blade, which is hidden under the staircase, and then the old spinner cards, or one of the, I guess, trading cards from these spinners that's, I guess, translated into Lego for Samurai X. So that's also very nice to get, and just another little cool hidden thing. There's also a little mini fridge with some sushi in it, so yeah, there's just a lot of cool little hidden things in here that I feel like were, I wouldn't say that weren't necessary, but they're just a nice addition that I really do enjoy. Now, the Fusion Dragon, it could have been pulled off a little bit better. One of the main things I don't really like about it is that the wings are a bit thick right here. And I did already mention this in my review for this set, so you guys probably already know this. But yeah, not too big of a fan of the design of the wings, on how they used, I guess maybe this brown piece right here with the ball joint piece. I don't know. I feel like they could have made it a little bit. I don't know, maybe if they had expanded it outward a little bit more, then it would have, I guess, canceled out the thickness there. But yeah, I'm just not really a big fan of the whole wings. I do like the color scheme, of course. The color scheme is amazing. I really do like this type of blue. It's probably one of my favorite types of blues. Actually, I'm not sure if that's true, but I don't know. There's a lot of blues out there, and they all look the same. Yeah, so I'm also not too sure if I'm a big fan of the split tail. I'm honestly not too sure what to think of it right now. I still have mixed feelings about it. I think I mentioned that in my review as well. If you guys want to see more of my thoughts on this set, you should go ahead and check out my review that I did recently on this set. I actually believe this was the last LEGO set review that I reviewed, not including the Hero Factory sets. But yeah, so if you guys want to check out more of my thoughts on this set, go ahead and check the link in the description. There should be a link to some of the sets that I reviewed, and just, yeah. But anyways, that is pretty much the reason why this set is #1 on this list. So, that pretty much wraps up this top 10 video. Feel free to disagree with me and post your own top 10 favorite Ninjago sets down in the comments below. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building!